Just can't get enough of cruising, and this year looks to be a big one for the industry.
A new survey by the Travel and Tourism Forum released today shows 1 in 4 Aussies are planning to cruise this year, a major jump from last year's survey. 35% of under 35s are thinking about setting sail, countering the myth that cruises are for older people. It also reveals that over 1 in 4 Aussies are cruise curious, meaning they've never been cruising but are certainly interested in trying.
For more, we're joined by Margie Osman from the Tourism and Transport Forum. Good morning to you.
Morning.
Everyone wants to cruise.
It would seem so, yes, not surprising.
How about the cruise curious? I haven't heard of them before.
Well, I think what we're seeing is a whole lot of people who are looking for alternatives to going overseas now, and young people looking for new ways to discover their own country. So cruise is definitely on their list. I think there's also an element here of cost of living having an impact, because people think cruising is a pretty value-packed way to go on a holiday.
Right.
That's a huge jump, Margie, isn't it? 1 in 4 Aussies are looking at cruising this year.
Bet.
Talk us through some of the most popular destinations.
Well, look, interestingly enough, it's far north Queensland if they're going to be here in Australia, so places like Cairns and Airlie Beach. So here's hoping that the weather improves up there and we see as many cruises as possible heading north, because the tourism industry will need it. Tasmania is really popular from a domestic point of view. What we're also seeing is lots of regional ports getting a look in, so places like Eden on the south coast of New South Wales.
Oh, right.
If people are going overseas, it will be New Zealand, because it seems like a nice jump, followed by doing a bit of a cruise in Europe, and then maybe their next one is in the South Pacific Islands.
Expecting a spike in Danish visitors to Tasmania now, Margie?
I'm certainly hoping so. And I have to say, I have actually met the new King Frederick some years ago.
Yeah. We love these little stories that are dropping on us this morning. How?
Well, it was 2009. I was head of the organising committee for the World Masters Games. He was our patron and he was in the sailing. Got dunked several times,
really?
didn't win, but was lovely.
Nice guy?
Yeah. Really charming, really normal. Do you know what I mean? Kind of really relaxed. Very Aussie, actually.
See, that's what Mary loved about him.
Yeah.
So with back to cruising, on
yes.
bigger boats than Fred was on, is it because everything's included, or most things are included?
Yeah, look, I'm sure that's part of it, and I think we've been seeing over the last couple of years a trend for families or big groups of friends to go away together. And I think now that you've got a few new ships entering the marketplace, you know, you've got the new Virgin ship, which is sort of, you know, it's worth $1.1 billion. It's 2,700 people on board, so a little bit smaller.
No kids, no buffets.
No kids, no buffets.
I went on there and met Richard the other week.
There you go.
Everyone's name-dropping this morning.
But did you visit the tattoo parlour on the ship?
I didn't have time.
There you go.
No.
You don't have anything to reveal?
No, well,
Not here.
you know, they've got everything from Korean restaurants through to tattoo parlours on that one. And then you've got the brand new one out of Miami that's heading here. That's 6,700 people on board and worth over $2 billion, 40 restaurants.
You're selling it to everyone, Margie, so what are the best deals?
Well, look, you know, there's some really reasonable deals. I mean, a trip to New Zealand, you know, is really not that expensive. You can put a $49 deposit down on a Carnival trip and get $300 extra benefits on board. So $500 or $600 for 4 people to head up to the Airlie Beach sort of Cairns environment. So it's 4 nights. That's pretty, I think, value-packed.
Yeah, when everything's included. That's fantastic. OK, thank you, Margie, for keeping us up to date on that one.